Your career needs a roadmap, and there's no denying that fact. Most of the mid-career professionals, somewhere when you hit the age of 30, 35, you almost find yourself at the crossroads of your career, really not knowing where you want to move and how to give a direction to your career, you know. And without doing that, you're just a leaf, you're directionless and at the mercy of the wind. Therefore, it's important that you create a roadmap. And it's important to know where you are to begin with, and then to see where you really want to be. You need to scratch the surface of where you are. What are the key concerns for you? What are you really struggling with? Where are the key challenges? And then try and create a successful roadmap. And this can be a very complicated and a daunting process for most of us. Now, what I want to do through this video is to just break it down for each one of you. Now, the first thing that I would say is focus on setting your destination. Where do you see yourself in the next 5, 10, 15 years? Extremely difficult to do, considering where you are and where you see yourself in 5, 10, or 15 years. And invariably, what we tend to do is we underestimate where we could be in 5, 10, 15 years and overestimate where we would be at the end of a year. Don't make that mistake. Visualize it, internalize it, and then set a roadmap. Set your destination. That's number one. Number two, identify your milestones. What are the significant achievements and skills that you need to gather to help you get there? Very important that you invest in your personal growth. If someone were to ask me today, if there is one thing that really worries me and something that I would have loved to change if I had to go back, in time, what would I do? Is to really tell them that I would have invested in my personal growth a lot earlier than I did. Now, I came across this beautiful talk by Dr. Sri Kumar Rao. I'm not very sure how many of you really know that. He created a module known as Creativity and Personal Mastery. Now, he took that module to some of the leading business schools in the world, and they say that the traction for that particular course was absolutely overwhelming. Everyone wanted to be part of the class. And he ran this course in London Business School, in Kellogg School of Management, and Haas Management School. So you can imagine the kind of impact that it had. And one thing that is stated through this is, if you were to really think about where you should invest in terms of your personal growth, it should be on yourself. And that's the starting point. So for me, that is something that is absolutely non-negotiable. Identify the areas that you really want to develop, you are good at, you would want to develop further, and then create smaller goals to get there. So that's number two, identify your milestones. Third one is be very specific. Vague goals would lead you nowhere. It's very important, and we all know about the whole SMART, framework. So for me, it's a no-brainer. If you really were to think about what the specificity means, you need to define and write down your specific, measurable, and actionable milestones. Be as specific and as clear as possible. So that's number three. Number four is have a clear action plan. Now, most often than not, what happens is we do a great job in most areas around strategy. You do all the thinking, you plotted it, you put it down, and you really feel confident. But the moment it comes to the next step, which is actually the stage of doing it, implementing, that's where most of us struggle. So set the action plan. What steps will you take to reach those milestones? Create an action plan and follow it to the T with a clear timeline. Let it be time specific and hold yourself accountable for it. Number five, have checkpoints. Set checkpoints to assess if you're on track and if you're really moving in the right direction. Is the needle moving in the right direction? Are there some struggles that you're encountering? If there is, you need to do a course correction. And that is very important. Make the necessary adjustments that is needed, but have checkpoints. And I used to do this when I used to, when I really wanted to lose weight. The first thing that I did was I took my belt and I had a certain point on which the belt would, kind of come together. And then I said, I really needed to have this as a set point. So for me to know that I'm losing weight around my waist, I needed to get to this point, and that became my checkpoint. And that really kept me going as I was progressing through this whole weight loss journey. So that's number 5. Number 6, seek feedback. I mean, I I would really want to emphasize on this fact that if there's one thing that you really need to do is to get the feedback right in the beginning. Extremely vital. You need to consult your trusted mentors, peers, or coaches to provide input and hold yourself accountable. Just catch up with people that you know, people you can rely upon. You might not want to go and expand, and I think I spoke in my last video as well. You might not want to go out there and expose yourself to everyone, but at least to people that know you and know you really well, and they will not judge you. It's important that you go out there and seek feedback. That's number 6. And number 7 is be flexible. Roadmaps aren't set in stone. Don't fret on it. In case you're not able to get there, and if you see that there are a lot of bumps on the way, just don't feel bad about it. It happens to most of us. It has happened to everyone. You take any example in the world, everyone has encountered the ups and downs. So that's absolutely normal. And be open to course correction, as I said in the beginning, as opportunities. Look at that as an opportunity for you. And the circumstances will arise, the context will change, new opportunities will emerge. So, in a nutshell, through this video, what I wanted to really convey the message is a roadmap can give you a sense of direction. You just need to focus on your career goals, hold yourself accountable, and achieve the success you desire. Start now and make your career roadmap today.